YouTube knife community, what's going on, guys? Back at you with another one. So as you guys know, you guys have been following my channel. I've been doing a knife collection. My first knife, my first buck knife that I've ever purchased, all the way up to the current one that, my last one that I purchased. And I've been doing 2 knives per video, if you guys have been following that. So the first 2 knives that I purchased, then the third and fourth, all the way to where we are now. But we still have a while to go. Today we're actually we're on the, what is it, 7th and 8th buck knife that I purchased. And these two I'm actually happy to show you guys. These are 2 really good knives that I purchased. And I can remember purchasing these knives. It's fun to go back and to look into your collection and try to remember which ones you purchased in the order that you purchased them. It's not easy, I'll tell you that, because every knife has a story. You were at a certain place, or etc., etc. But it's fun to do it. But yeah, guys, I just want to thank everybody for continuing watching the videos. And you guys make me want to do this with your comments. And it's just a real fun thing for me to do. I'm gonna jump right into this one, guys. So we're on the 7th and 8th. Just a quick to go back real quick. The first knife, just want to show you guys, the first knife that I ever purchased was the Buck 112, the regular 112 that you see at the top right there. Second knife was the 110. That's the one in the middle, the regular 110. The reason why I say regular is because this one here is a signature. The one at the bottom is an 87. But that was the first and second. The third and fourth was the Buck Scrimshaw. So that would be this knife down here, which is a 1987 model. That was number 3. And the number 4 knife was the Buck 705 Pony, which I showed you guys that knife, which is in there. It's the small 705 Pony knife. Going from there, the 5th and 6th was the Buck 119. So this knife right here, guys, that was the 5th knife that I purchased. 6th knife that I purchased was the Buck 110, which is the signature knife right there with Chuck Buck's name on it. And now we're on the 7th knife, guys. So the 7th knife, I was thinking about it today, and the knife that it was I was looking for something small to carry at work, nothing too big, and I went with the Buck. What was it? The Buck 501 Squire, which is this knife right here. And we're gonna take a look at this knife real quick, guys. The Buck 501. This is a great EDC, guys. Fantastic EDC knife. If you guys are looking for a small, I did a video on this knife. If you guys are looking for a small buck that will get the job done, it's a really nice looking knife. I always say that. I love, this is actually rosewood handles. I love the rosewood handles with the nickel silver bolsters on it. Just a great knife, great work knife. And the blade, listen to the snap. Nice snap on it. Has the back lock for security. The blade isn't that small. I think it's just shy of 3 inches. So it's not that small of a blade. You'd have to look it up for the exact length of that blade, but it's not that small. As you can see to my hand here, guys, you guys can, you can get some work done with that knife. You really can. And I brought this knife to work, and I've used this many times. Very pretty knife, guys. You can see the back spring there. Rosewood handles. That's that 420 HC blade. And it also comes with the sheath. Oops. It comes with a sheath too, guys. Let me put this knife down for a minute so I'm not all over the place. Which is a very nice sheath for the 501. It's nice and supple leather. It's not like the other sheaths that you get when you get a Buck 110 or 112. This is more supple. I know the Jersey Knife Guy did a video on his 501. I've done a video on this knife as well. So if you want to check out that video, you can go back and check out that video that I did on that. But it's a very supple sheath, guys. Really nice. This goes right on your belt. You can carry it in the sheath, or you can just carry it right in your pocket. And that's what I usually do, is I carry this knife right in my pocket when I'm working, and it's a great work knife, guys. So that's the 7th knife that I purchased. And then the 8th knife kind of has a little bit of a story to it. The 8th knife that I purchased was this right here. This is, now I have a 102 at the bottom and a 102 at the top. This 102 here, all right, is an older 102. This is, if we look there, you'll see Buck USA. It does not have any date code, and that's because this was before they started using the symbols for date codes, which makes this a 1967 to 1972, I believe. I should have looked that up before I did this video, but I do believe it's in that area, 1967 to 1972. And it has the Buck USA, which is, you know, they call this the inverted because they have it the opposite way. Usually with Bucks, you'll see it will say Buck USA, but it will say it the opposite way. You guys know what I mean by that. This is the inverted, so it's backwards on that knife. Beautiful 102, just a beautiful 102 from that time period. And this 102 is much different from the ones today. I've also shown that in a video before, comparing this 102 to the current 102. You can see there it has like kind of reddish micarta that runs through. You have two strips of micarta, one there and one there, and then two more, one there and one there. Whereas the new 102, guys, it doesn't have those two running through. It only has one running through on each end. But anyways, guys, I was at a antique store, and I seen this there at the antique store. I asked the guy how much. He told me 25 bucks, and I grabbed it. There was no question in that. I just want to show you a difference also in the sheaths. If we look at the sheath, look at this sheath here, much different from the 102 today. You can see 102 is on the belt loop. This is a pistol sheath is what I call it. And now if you look at the new 102, it's much smaller. And they put the 102 at the bottom down here. But yeah, guys, just a very different sheath. Here's the new one. You can see in my hand how small it is. All right, and then the larger one here, much bigger. They went with the pistol sheath. I call it that. Other people have called it that too. But just a very, very different sheath. One thing that's different about this is the 102 that's on the belt buckle, the belt loop here. You do not see that number on belt loops on Bucks very often. That is very rare. Even with their older ones, they usually put it down here somewhere. Very rare for it to be on the belt loop there. You know, and this is something I found out after I purchased the knife. But you know, it had the sheath, the knife, and there was just absolutely no way, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this camera. There was just absolutely no way, guys, that you know, I could pass up on that. So, going with the 7th and 8th, guys, we have the Buck 501 Squire. Let me put this one down for 1 minute. The Buck 501 Squire, great work knife, great EDC knife. And then we have the Buck 102, inverted tang stamp. You can see there, Buck USA. So those are the 7th and 8th, guys. We're gonna keep going with this. I love doing it. It's a fun one to do. I try to keep it short, straight to the point. And again, guys, I appreciate all of you watching. Thank you to all of you that come on the live between myself and Big J every Saturday night, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central. We love seeing you guys there. You guys make that what it is. It's a blast every time. Again, guys, thanks for being here. Please do like, comment. I love talking to you. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. A lot more on the way. We'll talk to you next time, guys. And as always, take care.